on the left side, 15-yard line.
Moss, 21 yards, first and goal. It's Moss breaking through for the touchdown. Bills are on the board first. Ground game. Zack Moss gets there. Touchdown, Buffalo.
What is going on, everybody? Live in effect. It is April Fool's, but there's no fools here. Go there. Got my man Zack Boss with me, Buffalo Bills. Zack, what's going on, my man?
What's up, my man? Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, man, thank you for taking time out your day. I know, it's the off season. You're probably already getting geared up and get ready for next season already. And first things first, I want to be polite and ask you, how's your rehab going? And we know you went down with an injury. How's everything going with that?
Yeah, the rehab has been going good, man. The ankle's feeling really, really good. So I'm in a really good spot right now. Just trying to get ready for this next coming season here. So, but I feel good though.
I saw you on your IG. Saw you out of the boot the other day, riding on the bike. I said, okay, man, he looking good. He looking good. So before we get to, we're gonna be taking some of your questions tonight for Zack. As you guys are the viewers, and obviously there'd be no Cold Front without you fans. There'd be no Buffalo Bills without the fans, and there's no better fan base than Bills Mafia. So Zack, as far as rehab's going good. This is your rookie season in Buffalo. Can you give me one or two highlight moments from your rookie year that, it's like, hey, I'm here. Just something that you're always going to take with you from the rookie year.
Definitely first will probably be, starting my first official game versus the Colts in the playoff game. Just the first game, me starting and coming in that type of magnitude of a game, even though, I came out of that game with an injury. But, that definitely would be number one. And then number two, us winning the AFC East, it had been so long the Bills have done that. So just to be a part of this team, in the future of this team, that was really, really, really special as well.
Yeah, I mean, that AFC East championship win and then coming into winning that first playoff game at home. I mean, we waited as fans or analysts, whatever. We waited so long for that, and we actually had a chance to talk to you about actually doing that thing in the Moss versus Conway segment we had. During the middle of the season. So, yeah. I mean, you guys made a lot of us proud out there this season, man, and we're definitely expecting a lot more in 2021. Now, you're a guy who came from college, and as we get into draft time, I want you to talk about your draft experience last year, especially trying to go through it, with the pandemic and everything and as such. But you also logged a lot of carries at Utah, and then how beneficial was it coming into the league and having, Devin as a counterpart to kind of bounce off each other, both being young and things and such like that?
For one, just being in the draft process during COVID and those type of things, that was really challenging because we didn't know kind of how things was working out. You know what I mean? We didn't know if we were going to have a season, when we were going to come in for workouts, all this type of stuff, when we were going to be able to meet the players and the coaches and things like that. So, everything was just a bit crazy. But, just coming from Utah and then being able to come into a backfield where we already had Devin was really, really, good for me because I got a chance to really learn from being able to play a lot and then also being able to sit back and kind of watch the game and continuously, just figure out this league. Being in my first season in the league, I didn't know what to expect. I had no expectations. Everything was just kind of like, all right, here we go. Pretty much kind of rolling with the punches in the positives and the negatives. But it was a really good thing for me just to go ahead and have that guy and have all the vets that we had on our team, kind of help all of us rookies, just kind of help us find our way and help us find a role in the team to be able to help us have the type of success that we had.
And speaking of vets, you came into as we call it, a winning culture. how valuable was that? Have Sean McDermott as a head coach, Brandon Beane as a GM, and everybody as this mantra called One Buffalo, and actually live by that.
Yeah, that was big, man, because, I came from Utah where we had built a winning culture as well, and we were all about family and we all had each other's back, what I mean? That was kind of our biggest thing. And then, you always hear the stories about, no one cares about you in the league, especially when you're a rookie and all this type of stuff. You never know, what I mean? I had so many different, ideas of probably what it would be, how I would probably have to adjust and how I would have to, kind of find a group of people that I can hang around with that, I felt comfortable being in that, in every single day in locker room with. But, just the way that, Coach McDermott has built the culture here is remarkable, man, that, since day one, every guy in there, no matter how long they have been in the league, they all really truly cared about you, even the coaches, what I mean? And they just made sure that you felt a part of this team, because that's what it's all about, man, make sure that you feel, part of something, especially when it's your first year. And all this different type of stuff is going on around the world. They wanted to make sure that this is a family, this is a safe place, that whoever comes in here, we want you guys to feel, as if, we're all related by blood.
And speaking of related in blood, you actually came into the league with some bloodline. A lot of people may not know that you are actually cousins with the brother Santana and Sonoris Moss, aren't you?
Yeah.
How did that help you going into the process? Were they able to give you some advice and say, hey, these things that you're gonna encounter these things, and how much did you follow them around when you were younger?
I didn't really get a chance to really see them a lot, obviously, playing in different cities and things like that, and them being a lot older than me. But I talked to Sonoris quite a bit, man, him just being able to give me some words of encouragement, and just kind of just taking this thing. Don't take it for granted in a sense, what I mean? Definitely go out there and take it by the horns and just try to make sure you leave your mark on the game, from college to now. Just, everything that I dreamed about, I'm living it right now, what I mean? And you only get this type of lifestyle for so long, and being able to play in this league and be able to play football, period, what I mean? Just don't take anything for granted. Don't take these practices, these meetings, being around these people, and all the opportunities that the game bring you. Don't take any of this type of stuff for granted.
And speaking of not taking anything for granted, you didn't take any time coming to Buffalo and granted. You hopped right into the community. We saw you give away the cleats partway during the season to help the Lackawanna Life Center. Then what do you got going now? Is it helping the Utah food bank now?
Yeah, I was blessed, man, to have this mind that I kind of have, where, I grew up in a lower income communities and things like that. So I've seen a lot of stuff, and I've, been through a lot of stuff personally and all that type of stuff. So, all that stuff pretty much, helped mold me and, the people around me, my family and things like that. So, when I knew if I ever had a chance to be at this level, I wanted to make sure that I gave back as much as I possibly could, no matter when I could. It doesn't have to be, millions of dollars or whatever, but it's just showing people that you care, finding creative ways. So, me and my team they've done a lot of good things to help me be able to meet different people, have these connections with people in Buffalo, people in Utah. And, hopefully soon we start working down back home in Miami and things like that. But working with the Utah Food Bank has been really, really cool, man, because, some of these things we don't think about. We don't think about people who are having these food issues. And when you think about it in the years that we are living right now and all the things that are around us, we know what that type of stuff is really kind of just in the back of our minds. So, having a chance to, give back to a community where I spent 4 years of my life, where I was able to grow up and things like that, is very, very special to me. Hopefully, we can continue to do things in that community in Buffalo and Miami.
That's great because you see players get into things like this probably towards the middle of their career and towards the end, but you don't see a lot of guys hop right in because obviously, you just come into the league, you're trying to learn where you park at every day, let alone hop in the community. But kudos to you, man, for jumping right in. And, people, the fans of Bills Mafia, that's what it's all about. It's about just hard working people and loving each other. And I think you exemplify that. So kudos to you for
Appreciate that.
So let's get into some questions. If you guys got some questions for Zack, we got about 10 minutes left in this show, and we're going to get some up on the screen and hear from you, Bills Mafia, and think what you say. So Evan Zinger asks on Facebook, "Hey Zach, how much do people assume your name is Zachary?"
Not a lot. I don't get the Zachary one a lot. But I get a lot of other things with usually people spell my name with a H instead of the K, which is kind of a unique blend to it. But I don't really get the Zachary a lot.
All right. We got a comment from Kim Boomhauer says, Z-Man is awesome.
Well, shout out to Kim. Appreciate it.
Let's see. We got Richard Lyman asks, Zach, can you ice skate?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would never pick up ice skates, roller skates. Not my lane right there.
All right. Let's see. We got Melinda Perry here saying hi from Huntington, West Virginia. My husband is from Buffalo, and I have been a fan and married into the family. I have never been to a live game. I watched this on TV. Hope everyone is safe and healing from all the season injuries. Can't wait until next season.
Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. Let's see. What do we got? Scott Reed asked, "What other position than running back do you think you can play in NFL?" Did you play other positions in high school? Didn't you?
Yeah, other positions in high school, mainly just linebacker. Besides running back, that's a good question. At this weight that I'm at, probably probably not too many different things, but I feel like I can probably play a little bit outside linebacker, probably.
Okay. Mako Morales on YouTube says, "Hope all is well, big man. Go get that chip."
Absolutely.
Let's see. We got a good question here from actually Andy Dykins says, "What's your favorite thing about being a Buffalo Bill?"
Just being in the community. I think just, having people come up to me and, just showing the embracement of just, being a Bill is kind of crazy. I had a person deliver something to me at home and they were kind of just shell shocked. They're like, whoa, I just met a Bill. You know what I mean? So stuff like that is kind of priceless. You know what I mean? You don't grow up wanting that type of stuff, but when it's happening to you, it's kind of like, whoa, this is different. It doesn't happen to a lot of many people and things like that. So I think that's one of the coolest things.
All right. Dan Kelly asked, "What was your welcome to the NFL moment?" Do you have one?
I got a funny one and I got a kind of funny one and I got a pretty bad one. I'm gonna start with the funny one first. The kind of funny one, anyways. It was when we were playing the Chargers. Linville Joseph, I got tackled around the backfield somewhere, and Linville Joseph ended up falling, slapped dead right on top of me. And this dude's like probably 310, 315, and he fell right on top of me. And I felt like I was squished. Like I lost a little bit of my air, but that was one. And then the bad one was one that I'm sure everyone remembers was the 49ers game with the handoff that ended up pretty much getting me benched from, I don't know if that was the first quarter or the second quarter, but, I didn't see any more playtime after that. But, that was a good learning curve for me and it helped me a lot because I'm one that prides myself on, taking care of the ball and things like that. So, that was definitely a welcome to the league moment because in college, if I fumbled, I probably wouldn't have been taken out that long.
Well, and speaking of these moments, coming into the league, how important it is to have and we guess this is going back to the culture of the Bills. How important is it having that camaraderie to say, okay, you made a mistake, we're gonna sit you out for a little bit, but then we're gonna put you back in, and we want you to learn from this instead of getting upset, especially being a rookie and a young player. How important is having that?
No, it's definitely it's definitely important. I understood where Coach McDermott was coming from because at the end of the day, it's pretty much his call and things like that. So when it happened, and he took me out of the game, I kind of understood instead of getting upset and things like that but I just kind of understood why it was happening and, okay, I got another shot to bounce back. And I don't remember who we played that next week, but I know I had a better game and a better outcome that entire rest of the season and things like that. But it was, it was definitely a part that I put another chip on my shoulder, and it was kind of like I use it as motivation to make sure that I make sure I carry the ball 100% right, the right way, get their hands off the right way, and all the type of stuff that goes into, my position and things like that.
All right. Now, this is funny because you grew up in Miami, and I know a lot of people always wonder, and Russell Jimmy's asks, did you grow up as a Miami Dolphins fan?
Uh, I didn't. Everyone else around me, so I didn't really start watching football until about 2010, 2011. So I was pretty kind of a late bloomer, even though I had been playing since 2006 in Little League. You know, I wasn't one that always really was super fond from football. I was kind of more of a basketball guy in those years, definitely. But I wasn't a Dolphins fan. I knew how bad they were in those times and things like that. So, but, you know, everyone else around me, my family and things like that, if you live down there, you're usually a Dolphin fan or, you know, maybe a Jaguars fan and stuff like that. But I wasn't a Dolphins fan growing up.
And speaking, did you watch any? Did you have any favorite players growing up?
Yeah, you know, I think the ones that automatically come to me. I mean, I was a fan of football, but I like Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, you know, Adrian Peterson, Marshawn Lynch, Randy Moss, like all those dudes, you know what I mean, who were at the top of the game at the time and stuff like that. You know, those was definitely some of my favorite players. But you know, I definitely know a lot of those players though.
All right, Backbone 5 on YouTube asks, do you ever play video games with the rest of the guys on the team?
I've played against, let me say that, I've played against a few guys, mostly the rookies in other games or with them on different games, stuff like that. But most of the guys, they play like Call of Duty and Fortnite and those games. I don't play those games. So that's, you know, I stay in my lane. I don't mess with those games. So
What do you play?
I literally play 2 games, either Madden or 2K. That's it.
That's what I play. We have to get it in one day, man. I got
we can do that.
I got to touch the skill level. That may have to be the next live with us, man. We have to try to get a Madden game going because, you know, at one point in time, you know, JT was ranked top 50 in the world on, you know, Madden. Just saying to get it in. So. All right. Mako Morales asks, did you catch the Raekwon versus Ghost versus, and who is your favorite artist?
I don't even know. Okay, I know who Raekwon is, but I don't know who Ghost is.
I think he's talking about Ghostface Killer. That's what I think he's talking about.
Okay, so not my era, one. way before me. My favorite artist right now, I got 3. I'm gonna use 3. I'm gonna say Meek Mill,
okay,
J. Cole, and probably somebody that I'm on super heavy right now would probably be Rod Wave. Those 3.
Okay, that's a nice little mix, man. You know,
yeah, you got a lot of different.
Yeah, it's nice little mix. You probably got a fire Spotify type of list, don't you?
Yeah, I got like almost 10,000 songs on my phone. So I'm, you know, you can pass me the aux and everything will be smooth. Don't worry about that part.
All right. You guys hear it first. You guys have to take a road trip, take Zack with you and get his playlist. And you're good to go for the whole trip, man. Charlie Emerald, I think we asked this again, but he missed the first question. How's your healing process been?
It's been going good, man. Making strides day by day. So, you know, everything is really, really looking good. So, all blessed.
All right. Let's see. Now we'll take about 2 more questions here. So if you got a couple more questions, then we'll let Zack get out of here and continue with his heal up process in his off season. And let's see. David Hadlick, he does have a question. He says, "Come visit Lake George, New York area."
Lake George, where is that at? What area?
I think it's more towards the city area. I think it's more upstate.
Yeah, see, I need to get out that way. I haven't had a chance to get that way because of all the COVID restrictions during the season and all that type of stuff last year. And then with the healing process so far right now, I'm literally just getting back up on my feet where I'm able to, you know, start moving around a lot more. So, you know, maybe I'll have to get out that way a little bit.
Okay. And we'll take one more question. Michelle Elizabeth says, "I'd like to know if Josh Allen is as big as he seems like. He looks huge." I'm assuming she's just saying.
Yeah, no, he is as big as he looks. He's every bit about 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", or whatever. But you know, he's just a big dude, man. Honestly, on the field, off the field, that's just his presence. He's just big.
Oh, you know what? I would take one more because this is a very good question, and then we'll let you get out of here. HenDog24 says, what was your first impression of Bills Mafia in the stands during the playoffs?
I was blown away just from having just a 6,500, knowing how many, the stadium can actually hold to full capacity, and just having 6,500 for the first, my first playoff game in the stadium, and just hearing how loud it was, and then seeing all of the, the energy, around the stadium, even when we clinched the AFC East title when we came back from Denver, I don't know how many people was at the airport, but I'd never, ever seen anything like it. It felt, being a rookie, because I've never had this many memories in the league, obviously, as a lot of these other dudes have. So, for me, it was kind of like, whoa, did we just win the Super Bowl in a sense? But, it was crazy. You can just tell that this is, without a doubt, no matter where you go, what sport, honestly, I think whatever sport you're playing, we definitely have the best fans, and they definitely show the most support when it comes to anything that we hold dear to our hearts, and it's been shown many, many times. So,
hey, tell you what, Zach, you ain't see nothing left. Just wait till that home opener in 2021, man. That's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, we're supposed to have full fans, so hopefully it just stays that way. So we'll see though.
Hey, well, Zach, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. We definitely got to do this again. And we got to get it on that mat. We got to link up for that, and I'll make that happen.
We can do that, man. You know that. We can do that.
All right. We'll be in touch. But hey, man, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. And, continue your rehab process. We want to see you 100% healthy by camp and ready to go. And, yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great things to be such a good young man. And, man, like I said, thank you for taking time to join CFR. Shout out to Avalon Media Group. Shout out to Discover 716. And Zach, we'll let you get out of here. Any parting words?
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. It was a blast. Definitely we got to do this again. And hopefully we can get it a little bit longer next time. So
definitely. No problem. Hey, everybody, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight with my guest, Zack Moss. And shout out, make sure you guys are going to visit our friends over at Discover 716. And they do a lot of work with young interns in Buffalo. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. This is Zack Moss. I'm JT, Avalon Sports. Catch you later.
Out and also play on Sunday.
This is Moss, and look at the running room he has on the left side.